Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. Time at this anchorage, one of our favorite anchorages in Noble Bay near Murphy's Point Provincial Park. And we just went for a swim for the first time in this waterway. And you can see I've hung up our swimsuits and towels at the back here. So we're just getting ready to leave actually. And Malcolm is taking up our dinghy. And we're going to head over to Colonel By Island, another really nice spot in Big Rideau Lake. It's just outside of Portland, Ontario. And it's an island in the middle of the lake where there are some docks with that are under Parks Canada. So you can use your pass to stay there. They also have mooring balls. And it's a really nice place to stop. You can either put your anchor down or take a mooring ball. Great for fishing or swimming or just hanging out. You can take your dinghy into the island, and there's a trail that goes around the island as well. There's even access to like the waterway that goes kind of inside the lake. It's like an inland lake almost. You can't fish in there, but you can certainly go in there, and it goes out the other end. It's just fun, whole fun area. Is it all secure?
Yeah.
Good. So we're just about to leave our anchorage here in Noble Bay, and we've had a really fun time here. Malcolm's been out fishing, we've been swimming and just relaxing. It's been calm, quiet, with loons and just lots of nature.
Yeah, for those interested, it's probably one of my best fishing days yesterday, catching huge smallmouth bass, lots of different types of fish. Even today I went out and did some trolling for a lake trout, and I did catch one, but just as I was bringing him to the boat, he spat the hook out. So I'm gonna classify that as a catch. Some of you wouldn't, but we're going to try again probably today and tomorrow. So we'll see if we can actually get one in the boat. But it's a beautiful place here.
And you were standing on the swim platform swimming a little bit last night, or fishing rather, a little bit last night.
I was.
And we saw the loons fishing as well, and they were swimming under our boat. You could see them swimming underwater because the water is that clear.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit better at fishing than I am. But they...
they need it to survive.
Yeah. But this place is... if you ever get a chance to come out to Big Rideau Lake, around Murphy's Point, Provincial Park, specifically Nobles Bay. Great place to anchor. It's easy. It's good holding, and there's no matter where the wind is coming from, you'll get protection. It's a great place to go.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah. Stay cool approved.
Stay cool approved.
I just took the bridle off, and Malcolm noticed that the exhaust did not have enough water coming out, so he just went into the sea strainer and just reseated it and made sure it was fine, and the water's coming out now. So he's going to go up top, and then we're going to be able to talk to each other for bringing up the anchor. Just come out of Noble Bay and turned to starboard to join the channel again, and we're headed farther south, I guess, sort of southwest along the canal towards Colonel By Island. And all of this area here behind me is part of Murphy's Point Provincial Park, allowing anybody access to the lake, even if you don't have a cottage or a boat. You can go to the park, you can rent a campsite, you can even rent canoes from them. And some of the campsites are islands, so you have to canoe to the island. And we've actually stayed here a few times, and certainly our two daughters have at various times with their friends. And it's a very nice part of Big Rideau Lake, and it's really nice that they've kept it as a provincial park for everybody to enjoy. It's really fun coming down here.
It's very...
And it's one of the deepest parts, actually, of the lake. I don't know what the depth of the deepest part is, but right here it's over 200 feet deep.
Yeah, I think it gets close to 300, but even so, 200 feet, that's pretty deep for a freshwater lake in eastern Ontario.
Yeah, and it's not very wide here, so it's obviously like a cliff on either side.
Yeah.
It just drops straight down. Really good for big boats at your cottage.
But what a glorious day.
It's a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for nicer.
No wind.
I think it's about 28 degrees Celsius.
No clouds.
Around 80 degrees Fahrenheit or so.
Really, really nice.
Actually, 28 is 82. I remember that one.
This is...
it's beautiful, yeah.
This is a really nice homecoming.
It is. Very nice for us to enjoy this for the last part of our loop.
Yeah, it's really good.
I heard a lot of commotion. I was taking a picture of the back. I came in to see what's going on. What were you saying?
I was just yelling at the depths. It's 324 feet right now under us.
That's deep. It's almost as deep as Lake Champlain.
Almost.
That's a much bigger lake. I think it was 400 feet in that lake.
Yeah. So it's that's a nice deep lake for some nice lake trout.
Some nice fishing.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So we've arrived at Colonel By Island. This is part of Parks Canada, but it is in the middle of Big Rideau Lake, and it's not too far from Portland, Ontario. It's sort of that direction. But here they've just actually installed this long dock here, which they put in every year, but they put it in today. And there's another dock around the corner of that point there. But there's also mooring balls all around here. So because this was available, we thought we'd come here, although normally we'd probably go to a mooring ball because it's nice and quiet, away from noise, but there's nobody here, so we thought we'd come along. And so here we are. We went all of 5 nautical miles in just under an hour, and it was a very nice passage coming along here. So we're just gonna take a little walk and see this place. We haven't been here for a couple of years, so we're gonna take a look and see what's going on this year. Look how clear the water is here. Not far from the village of Portland, Ontario, sits a series of islands named Long Islands, one of which is Colonelby Island. For boaters, there are several docks on the south side, along with many mooring balls just offshore. The water is clear and deep, with swim ladders at the end of each dock. On the point, there's a fire pit with excellent views out over the water. The cottage on Colonelby Island is a National Historic Site. Constructed in 1949, it was built for a wealthy American entrepreneur, Daniel Arnstein, who owned Yellow Cab in New York. Here, he hosted lavish parties for many famous people, including the likes of Alan Ladd, Jane Powell, and Paul Anka. The building was later acquired by Parks Canada and is sadly under disrepair and boarded up. There are, however, public washrooms in a building nearby, and the expansive grounds around the original cottage are maintained and a beautiful spot from which to view Big Rideau Lake. In addition, there's an easy 1.4-kilometer walking trail through the wooded area around the island. It takes about 15 minutes to complete and is great for walking and birding. What a nice place to have breakfast.
It's a gorgeous thing. We've never had a better dining room. And a turtle wants to join us.
That's our view. Pretty great.
Couldn't be better.